Hey guys, welcome back to Follow Me 11B. Discussions on current events, macroeconomics, and freedom and liberty from a veteran's perspective. Before we get started today, I wanted to remind everybody to please hit that like button and smash that subscribe button as well. Helps us grow even faster. Get the word out to even more people. Now, for today's topic, I wanted to get to an article I came across in American Legion magazine, July edition, which is all about immigration. It's the photo is by Lucas Carter. There is actually no author listed, so I'm assuming it's also Lucas Carter, but none listed. So, come on, do better, editor at American Legion magazine. I expect more out of you. The article is entitled, Adopted, the American Legion's Policy on Immigration Reform. The American Legion's National Executive Committee passed a resolution May 5th that clarifies and updates the organization's policy on immigration, border patrol, detention, and the route to naturalized U.S. citizenship. Resolution 23 urges the federal government to reform and modernize the nation's immigration system to reflect changes in global migration patterns and the demographics of those coming to U.S. borders. We'll jump down to the next section here. Resolution 23 replaces the policy statement passed at the Legion's 2016 National Convention, but keeps in place 7 other immigration-focused resolutions, including from 2016, Resolution number 20, calling for full enforcement of immigration laws. Number 27 from 2017, opposing taxpayer funding for sanctuary cities where local authorities harbor unauthorized immigrants and do not cooperate with federal enforcement agencies. So essentially working against the federal government, which does not sound like a great idea. Let's see here, 29, Resolution 29 from 2018, commending and supporting the U.S. Border Patrol. Well, duh. We got to support our people at the border, guys. Come on. Resolution 19 from 2021, opposing deportation of non-citizen immigrant veterans. Resolution number 20 from 2021, opposing deportation of immediate family of non-citizen immigrant veterans. Makes sense. They're serving the country. We should serve them. Let's see here. Resolution number 10 from 2018, calling for expedited U.S. citizenship processing for deported immigrant veterans. And there's 1 or 2 other ones, but we'll skip down a little bit farther in the article. The American Legion believes in legal immigration into the United States and a path toward becoming a United States citizen. The United States Office of Immigration Statistics and the Department of Homeland Security estimates that there are 11.4 million unauthorized immigrants currently residing within the United States. The Department of Homeland Security Office of Audits stated that each year more than 1 million individuals attempt to enter the United States without proper authorization or enter legally and then violate the provisions of their visas. So just for a quick update on that, numbers are currently approximately 250,000 illegal border crossers per month in 2022 so far. So that would indicate that by the end of one fiscal year, we're going to have about 3 million, which is triple what they're citing from the Department of Homeland Security Office of Audits. Granted, half of those are sent back immediately, but I digress. It is estimated that approximately 45% of the unauthorized immigrants in the United States have arrived legally but overstayed their visas, and now, therefore, be it resolved by the National Executive Committee of the American Legion in regular meeting assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana on May 4th to 5th, 2022, that the American Legion urges the United States government to adopt immigration reform policy that emphasizes border security, focusing on funding for barriers where needed, fielding advanced technologies, and fully manning the border. Well, yeah, I can't believe we need people, groups like the American Legion to actually get the government to do what they're supposed to do. That the American Legion urges the United States government to enact laws that improve visa security through vetting of applicants, reducing visa overstays, ending visa programs that are vulnerable to exploitation by bad actors. That the American Legion urges the United States government to streamline the legal immigration application process so as to help reduce and discourage illegal immigration. That the American Legion urges the United States government to strengthen immigration reform agreements with transit countries, i.e. Mexico, to discourage the flow of immigrants that attempt to enter the United States illegally. So all that seems pretty common sense. That said, jump to a couple stats here I came across that I thought was of interest. According to recruiting.army.mil, I'm just going to use Army figures. You can kind of extrapolate the other branches from this, but 2020, regular Army had a goal of 61,200 recruits. They achieved their 100% of their goal by 61,251. 2021, regular Army had a goal of 57,500, and they achieved that with 57,606. Now, maybe for another podcast, but I did notice that for some reason the recruiting goal went from 61,200 to 57,500 in a year. So that's a little disquieting. But this is what I really wanted to point out. Army Reserve, they had a goal of 15,850 recruits in 2020. And they came up with 13,706 in 2020, which is an 86% of their goal. They achieved just 86% in the Army Reserve recruiting goal in 2020. In 2021, their goal was 15,875. And again, according to recruiting.army.mil, they achieved 11,686 recruits in the Army Reserve, which is 73.6. So we went from only 86% of our recruiting target in 2020 in the reserves to 73.6%. So it's going way down. And I'm sure they're trying all kinds of stuff, extra bonus money, etc., etc. They used to use college tuition payment as, and they probably still do, as a carrot to hold in front of recruits. That may change if Washington, D.C. gets its way and makes college tuition free, or at least partially free. Why go in the military if you can just get it as a civilian? But what I wanted to talk about with those poor recruiting figures in the Army Reserve, when I was in, there was plenty of non-citizen status troops. From lots of different countries. I think I went to boot camp with a guy from Congo, Africa. We had another guy that I served with in Korea and later Fort Hood, Texas. I think he was from Guatemala. And as I recall, as he explained it to me, part of his recruitment was that his immigration process, the Army would help expedite that for him were he to complete his honorable service. And he did, and by all reports, that never really materialized. So that may have been a recruiting promise at the recruiting station that maybe wasn't exactly put down on paper. But about that, though, we have got a huge problem, obviously, when we got over 11 million illegal immigrants in the country right now, and approximately 1 to 3 million coming in annually. So what if we did a mandatory civilian service, mandatory military or civilian service, with the promise of an expedited immigration process? Are you to successfully complete that? We've got plenty of immigrants, so I think instead of just putting them on the social safety net, it might make sense to recruit them, whether it's a civilian or a military program. At least that would alleviate our recruiting problems in the military, and it would probably help with much of that social, at least part of that social safety net problem. As a matter of fact, I read let's see here. Yeah, enough on that, actually. Let's get to another topic, though. This is getting kind of long. But I came across this actually in the same issue. Didn't even know this was a thing. But they were discussing a promotion with U.S. Grant, Ulysses S. Grant, Civil War, the winning Civil War general from the North. As they described him, he was the principal author of the Union victory during the Civil War. And the Grant Monument Association said in a statement, his achievements on the battlefield ensured the very survival of our nation amid the greatest threat it had ever faced. So what they're talking about now is giving him a promotion, a posthumous promotion. As a matter of fact, Representative Ann Wagner and Senator, I forgot the senator from Missouri's name. There was I forgot his name, sorry. Sorry, Senator, but I believe they're both from Missouri. They introduced legislation that would promote U.S. Grant, former general, later president, on his 200th, the year of his 200th birthday, which is 2022, to the General of the Armies of the United States. So, I think I'm getting that right. The rank of General of the Armies of the United States, which is the Army's highest rank. So that would be the same honor given to George Washington when he was posthumously promoted during the nation's bicentennial in 1976. So I thought it was an interesting article. I knew nothing about it, but kind of cool that they're talking about giving a former president and the winning general of the Civil War a posthumous promotion. But that's all for now. I just wanted to remind everybody, next video will be our 50th video. So I'm planning something special for it. Hope you can all tune in. In the meantime, don't forget to visit us. We are growing. We are Follow Me 11B on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter at Follow Me 11B. We are at The Real Follow Me 11B on Instagram and Rumble. And we will see you all on the next video, number 50.